Hello, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. It's called John Arthur's Accomplishments. It's called that because I'm going to accomplish various tasks during the course of my recovery from stroke. Today, again, I'm John Nichols. I'm going to speak on how stroke recovery isn't linear. Stroke recovery isn't linear, just as this episode may not be linear. I may speak on various things. Ultimately, I'm going to get some direction. I'm starting a new channel, but it is to follow my journey. I'm recording it and to help others. That's the purpose of this channel. There's probably over 15 million, last I checked, strokes occurring in the course of a year throughout the world. Only about 10 to 15% of the people recover some of their regular functions and are able to live daily independently. I'm lucky to be one of those individuals. Um, I told you on a previous episode, and I only have one or two, on how my stroke occurred when I was going to buy a DJI drone. I also told you since then, I've taken that drone back and very early in my recovery, and I'm not using it, but I bought a DJI mini mic. Um, it's a very interesting thing, this stroke recovery. It's not linear, and I say that because the day feel, I don't speak, but I feel extremely healthy in comparison. Uh, I'm trying to think if mentally what you do has an effect on how you act and perform physically. The reason I say that is because I tried to do sit ups today. It was difficult. I did a few, but I no longer have my back hurting me, excuse me, as it once was. So maybe that's it, because I did not like the idea of walking so stiff in my lumbar spine. That's my lower back because of the pain. I subsequently, might be because I purchased the chair I'm sitting in. It now has some movement in my lower back because it vibrates. All of these factors could help an individual, uh, but I don't know. I am my own scientific study right now. I've had some joy today in a discussion with my wife, and I'm going to my youngest son. I got older ones and younger ones. I got two sons, two daughters. My youngest son is starting college. The other ones are out of college and have degrees. But yeah, at an old age, I had my last son. Uh, I think he also helps me a great deal because he recently graduated from high school and he plays football. I wanted to see that. I was so motivated to see every game he had and to be involved in that as much as I can without showing a disability. The most of a disability that I showed was walking up the steps to the game. Well, I'm feeling tight muscles, and I'm really going to try to start stretching and doing exercise more than I have done. Apparently, I had not been doing the most relevant exercises. I am a personal trainer and got a little degree in sports science and rehabilitation. So I'm going to apply some of that to myself. My last episode, again, I told you this isn't a linear discussion. I talked about fast. I called it face. But fast was the indication that you may be having a stroke. One side of your face is drooping. Uh, you may identify it, or someone else may identify it. One is yours. arm, one side or another. If your arm is numb and not working properly or hanging. S is your speech, which you currently experiencing by listening to me. Uh, your speech can be slurred and things of that nature. And the last of fast is timing. Timing is most important, and I think that happened with me. Once you feel a stroke or have some indication of a stroke, get to an emergency room, call the ambulance, drive, stop at a hospital, any kind of center you can so they can conduct proper procedures to get uh, the clot, sorry, in your brain that's eliminating blood to flow to it broken up. Now, I hear this process does not break every clot in your brain, but it breaks the one that mostly focus on the blood that's getting to your brain or being is being is not available to your brain because it's being uh moving slowly or not moving at all to your brain because of the clot. Um, I think that's very important timing, and I think that's what happened with me. I had great timing. It was within an hour or two, and I hear it's 4 hours that you have to get there before the stroke can take its worst or a worsening effect. So I made it on time, thanks to God and thanks to whatever happened and my knowledge that it occurred. But with all of that, I have walking impairments. My foot drops, my left foot mostly because my stroke had me paralyzed on the left side. Uh, I did have that, and I still have that. But I am so motivated to continue the development of stroke recovery that I'm doing well. You have very cognitive situations. I've discovered, and I'm learning as I go. I know physical therapists are very most important because they teach you to walk. Occupational therapists teach you how to live daily and functionally. Speech therapists teach you how to speak, and also if you have problems with swallowing and things of that nature, they will conduct exercises to get you better at that. Well, I talked about walking. I learned to walk. I even learned to walk on unstable surfaces, meaning it may be a platform or a cushion, which originally frightened me. So I learned to do some of that. But what I did not do is learn to take steps or learn to run in my first 6 months. They say 6 months is very important in recovery. But I believe, as they also say, uh, time. It may not be as rapid as what that can occur in the first 6 months, but it still occurs. So now I'm learning walking on steps. I haven't thought about running. Well, I thought about haven't done it. So I still have some tingling in my left hand. It's a tool I use, and you guys all have seen one before. I'm sorry. I'm looking for it. It's nothing but a tool that you squeeze for strength. I'm using that regularly. I'm doing everything I can to better my situation of stroke recovery. This left hand continues to go numb. But I'm going to write programs on stroke recovery because my occurrence has happened in a positive fashion. I'm going to provide these programs, but right now I'm just starting to do YouTube. I had to find a good interest, a good hobby besides working that would take my mind off of the stroke and the disgusting uh, thoughts and depression of a stroke. I'm in the future going to talk about depression and things of that nature that you encounter when you first have the stroke. But today, My discussion is not linear. My discussion is about happiness. Today, from doing some sit ups, which I couldn't curl up completely, my back has gotten better. Today is about this chair that I'm sitting in. It has vibrations on my lower back, and it helps me significantly. I had a stiffer chair before. Today is about my son going away to college. And when he goes to college, I'm going to ride with him. I'm not driving on the freeway still. Today is about the non-linear happiness. But what I really want to do is hear from you guys. What do you want to hear about stroke? Have you had a stroke? Are you trying to prevent a stroke? Are you having a good diet? And are you exercising well? And are you taking your medication because you have hypertension? Do you have cholesterol? What are the things? Are you obese? Am I obese? Do I smoke? Do I drink? Do you? All of these things. Do you have diabetes? All of these things uh, can eliminate the possibility of stroke or decrease the possibility of stroke. Do you have DNA and a history in your family? Stroke. I'm going to discuss all this ultimately, and I'm going to be more linear in my discussion and more specific in the future. But today is about non-linear. Let me take an attendance. Who's listening to this? Comment, like, subscribe, subscribe, things of that nature. Let me interact with you and we can have an exchange. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. And it's just an introduction. And I may take two or three of these introductions to get to the point, to be specific in my not of my journey. I'm not going to be specific of my journey, but my specificity on the exercise, the nutrition, the stretching, the flexibility, the balance, the indications of a stroke, and the recovery of a stroke as it relates to the 15 million people worldwide in a year who encounter a stroke. Let me help them. And of any age, it has occurred. Let's not let it happen to you. That's my goal. I don't know why I got that voice, but that is my uncle spoke that way. John, that's my goal. So enjoy this video. Again, like, comment, subscribe, engage. Encounters are best. I need to know what you want to know because I'm willing to do research. I love researching. And I'll see you next time.